Hey, I'm Poe. This is my bus, my Skoolie bus, Combat Skoolie. Bus number 1 for Skoolies for Veterans. Come on in. Welcome to our humble abode. It is a 1992 Ford Bluebird school bus, 59 passenger. It's got a diesel engine in it. It was originally the Paint Rock Independent School District's, from what I understand, athletics bus. So it didn't have AC or anything like that, but it did have a heater. Our entertainment room. Living room that folds out into our spare bed, or it's also Misha's bed. Mostly it's Misha's bed. Very first thing that I put in the bus was the refrigerator. I figured to survive I had to eat, and if I was going to build a bus around it, I locked this thing in first. And I'm on my 12th or 13th version of what you see here. Kitchenette is in progress. We're putting a sink and a bathroom where the bathroom will go here with a shower, and then the rest of the kitchen will come through here. I call this my rear cabin. I'm in aviation for 30 years, so everything's got aviation terms. We've got our queen size bed back there, 14-inch mattress, a closet built in. It's cooled with that rear AC.
Pretty spacious.
Yeah, it's got if you do the room right, you can really make the best of it. Like I said, the very first thing I did was put the refrigerator in, and then I moved in. And I had a bed up here in the front for a year before I built all that in back there. The license plates are all from family cars, for the most part. I run a veterans peer-to-peer support group out of here called the Unfk Club. We meet here every Wednesday night. We do it on Zoom. It's typically 10 to 15 combat vets sitting together trying to unfuck their brains. And that's why we call ourselves the Unfk Club. We've been doing that for a couple of years. I take my notes. Most of my notes end up on the ceiling. I attend other veterans meetings out of here as well, but that is the biggest, our motivation is helping homeless veterans and homeless themselves. So Skoolies for Veterans came to me in my brain as I was actually homeless and living in a makeshift shack on a farm up in Colorado, trying to find some work and avoiding humanity. And this was right before Corona hit. I had been on the streets for a while. Corona hit, I came back to Texas, and again was bouncing around with no place to stay. As a veteran, I don't stay inside. I say as a veteran. I got PTSD and a bunch of other bullshit going on, so I have a hard time living normally. I've been living outside for about 5 years now. The bus was gifted to me as a way to have a place to be secure and safe from the elements, and that's when the idea of Skoolies for Veterans came to me. That was to take a bus, make it fully livable, tax, title tags, power, gas, all of it, and hand it to keys and title to a veteran in need who's struggling with housing. Kind of like paying it forward. That's what was done to me. We created Skoolies for Veteran. Here's Combat Skoolie bus number 1. All we got to do is put tags on it, finish a couple of things, and we're done, and we will move on to our next bus. Don't know what that bus looks like yet. It hadn't showed up in our life yet, but when it does, we've learned a lot from this first attempt at it. You watch all the YouTube videos, and you follow all the content makers on the interwebs, and you don't learn a damn thing until you put your hands in it and do it yourself. We've learned a whole lot, wrongs, rights, easy, hards. This is not an easy life. Living nomadically is it's been shunned upon in society, but it's actually something that society has created, especially after COVID. There's a lot of people living in buses, living in vans, going and working their jobs, taking care of their kids, taking care of their families, and living decent lives. I don't care about all of them. I care about me. I care about the veterans, and I care about the homeless. So the next bus will go to house a homeless veteran.